Hey Mario Karters and Frenzy fans, welcome to our channel.
It's been a little bit, hasn't it?
It has. What's been going on with you?
I've been sick ever since last Wednesday night. Started with a little sore throat, and then it broke out into a fever, and then it's been congestion and coughing. I
forced him to get a at-home COVID test, and it was negative, so I think we're good on that front.
We did the COVID test because we thought maybe. Thing is I had all my taste and smell and everything, and I can breathe fine. Mm-hmm. But talking to your sister, who's a nurse practitioner, she's like, well, you never know. Like, it could be, because I guess she had COVID, and she had just like a normal cold symptoms for like a week, and then it wasn't until like a week or so later that she lost her taste and...
It's different for everyone.
Yeah, anyways. So she's like, go ahead and take the test, and so we found one of those ones you can just take it home. It wasn't the most pleasant thing. You gotta like shove the thing and like rotate it really, 5 times.
It was really sad watching
and it does this funny thing to my senses where like, all of a sudden my ears started like going and my eyes were like twittering. That's not even a thing. Your eyes can't twitter.
They could. You proved that theory wrong.
My face did not appreciate me doing it to myself. That's for sure.
Anyways, he's feeling a tiny bit better. Enough to do a video, but he's still home sick from work.
Yeah.
I had like a tiny bit of like achy body for a couple days and kind of a headache, but other than that, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you feel up for a video because I've missed doing these with you.
Yeah, I've missed it too.
Yeah.
I've just been so drained though.
Yeah. For someone who literally like grinds Mario Kart every day, there are days we were like watching a TV show and he would just be sitting there like not touching his phone. I'd be like, you must really be sick.
Yeah.
Anywho.
No good.
That being said, we're going to do a ride-along.
We are going to do a ride-along. We didn't completely ignore Ranked this week.
Nope.
We did neglect to do a Ranked review.
Yep.
So we're going to we'll talk about the calculator. And I actually do have a little tip and trick. So if you're watching this and are still grinding, there might be a little fact of information.
Okay.
And if I forget before the end of the video, please remind me.
I will remind you because I'm curious if it applies to me at all. I'm in a really hard ranked this week.
Oh, your ranked is brutal. A lot of people's ranked are brutal this week.
Yeah, like I think I'm finally in like 7th or 8th, but forever I was sitting down in like 15th. The interesting thing is from like 18th place to like 7th place is within like 1,500 or 2,000 of each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this nonsense?
Really tightly clumped.
Yeah. Anyways. So, okay, let's see what you did.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the loadout of the Rosalina's Ice World T.
Okay.
Because I was so excited for the review because I was like, there's this really exciting thing that we're going to discuss.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to discuss it, so we're going to discuss it now.
All right.
So I've got my Pink Gold Peach.
Okay.
Since it's her cup, normally she's second shelf on here.
Yep.
So if you have her, she gets bumped up, which is
just
great.
So nice.
Because this doesn't normally have a coin box driver.
Yep.
And so if you have her, you can score some extra points. But then it came down to I would normally use my Poison Apple Cart.
Okay.
Which is at level 4.5 and 400 base points. I've used it occasionally. I wasn't really looking forward to upgrading it though. I really wanted to get high scores. But then I saw over here that there's this Blue Turbo Birdo, and I had it at level 2.
Yeah.
And like 220 base points. Hadn't really played it at all. And so I went to my pals over at Reddit.
Reddit
all of you guys.
For the win.
And I made a little poll post.
Yeah.
Where I was like, what are the thoughts on the future potential of the Blue Turbo Birdo Supercart? So I kind of told them about I could get 2.3 thousand more points if I were to like completely max it out. And the voting was actually kind of close.
Yeah.
Out of 179 votes, 99 of them were for leveling up the cart, and 80 of them were for not. And so, anyway, there was some pretty good discussion.
Yeah.
And then it was so cute. So this morning, you have to see. Where is it? Okay. So, Fist Drop.
Yeah.
It says 1 hour ago. It says, did you finally use your tickets? How's it going in your league? I was like, oh.
He cares about you.
I have neglected. So I said, funny you should ask. Frenzy Fangirl and I are just about to make an episode today talking about ranked and whether or not I use the tickets.
Yeah.
I've been super sick, so we haven't been very diligent. So anyway, as you can see here, I used all 22. I had exactly 22 super tickets. And it took 22 to get there.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know.
And then I only had 6 uncapped tickets.
Yeah.
And so I used all 6 of my super cart uncapped tickets.
Okay.
And so that's the highest that I could take it. And then also got the dry browser umbrella.
That one is paying off for you so much. I finally
Still coming in clutch.
Yeah, it took me I think a month or 2 to do it, but I finally got to level 7, and ever since I did it,
It pays off.
it pays off so hardcore. Yeah. Anyways, is that a thing? Paying off so hardcore?
So hardcore.
We're gonna make it a thing.
All right. So, pretty sure. Yeah.
All right. Are you happy with this run?
I am.
Good.
So I actually waited a while to race this one, just because I wasn't sure if I was gonna do the tickets.
Yeah.
And it kind of got to the point where I was like, I gotta bite the bullet and just do it.
Yeah.
So starting off with the coin frenzy.
I've
And
noticed
then
that you go down there to the left.
If you go over to the left, you can hit a lot more coins and jump boosts.
Okay, how did you learn that? I'm always curious how you learn your lines because I'm bad at them.
Watching other YouTubers,
Yeah.
Carlos and some people on Reddit and like the ER and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally not an original
Yeah.
thing, but turns out you get a few more points. So
Yeah, I was watching the races. I'm trying to learn how to race better, so sometimes I'll just watch him race and what he does with his fingers. And like the lines he makes and stuff, and I was like, "Holy crap! What?" Mm-hmm. I never thought of taking that, and then I would like fall in the hole and then be sad.
So double coin frenzy.
That's awesome. Snagging all those coins too. This is a good run so far. Mm-hmm. There you go again.
So I used my item ticket there.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe I can get another frenzy.
Maybe I can pull it off.
And what do you know?
Whoa!
Triple coin frenzy.
That is a run.
Can you believe it?
That never happens.
And I'm in first place.
When did you-
Mario never lets me get
No.
first place with the triple coin frenzy.
When did you pull this off?
This was just yesterday.
Was I around when you did this one? Why did I not hear you like scream? Like, I did it!
So 51,414.
What a run.
Yeah.
What a run.
So non-stop combo with
198?
198 actions.
You were predicting like what, 180 on this one?
So
Oh, sorry.
good
Got ahead of
intro.
us. What were you predicting?
Good segue. So I originally was thinking 175.
Okay.
Thinking I really kind of wanted to get to 185.
Yeah.
But the 198, I'll take it, right?
Yeah, I crushed it.
So here you can see that I've got this 44,900.
Okay.
That's with the poison apple cart at like level 4 and 400 base points.
Okay.
And so going level 7 with a super cart and 408 base points gets me that 2,283 more points.
Cool.
But since I got so many more actions, I got, what was it, 51,441, something like that.
Sure.
So I got 8% more.
Congrats. That's a big deal.
Let's see if it was. 414. So just a few points less. 414.
Still some points.
Oh, still 8%.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's awesome.
yeah. And then, truth be told, I had played the DK Pass one a ton. I got super frustrated with it and just felt like I couldn't get very many more points.
Yeah.
And so then I played
London Loop.
the London Loop, and that one's just a beast.
It's horrible. I'm horrible at it.
Yeah, so let's just take a look at my loadout there real quick.
Are you going to show us your race on that one or no?
I didn't record it because
Yeah.
I actually didn't have like a super awesome race.
Yeah.
Because I just have a level 1 Mario Halloween.
Can you get a non-stop combo on this one?
Not like frequently. I
Okay.
have to. A lot of things have to happen, right?
Okay. Because I can't get
One of
one
them
to save my
being
life.
like running into the left wall, running into the right wall, running into the left wall, running into the right wall.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially since the first box is like 5 miles into the first lap.
Yeah. It really is.
It's so bad.
I'm horrible at this one. Okay, but I was in the same situation with you, where I do have Classic Luigi at 1 and Pumpkinhead Mario at 2.
Okay.
But I'm not a fan of... I mean, I guess Classic Luigi is cool, but he's never really paid off for me. So while I have him, he's cool. Anyways, I didn't want to put any tickets on them.
Yep.
I just didn't want to. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
not a fun investment for
And
me.
I was gonna wait to see on the last
Yeah.
day if I needed more points.
Yep.
I would put a ticket or two on him if needs be.
Yeah.
So
Whoa, can I interrupt one more time?
yes.
Scroll to the right a little bit on your top item. Builder Toadette. Why would... That's interesting, because she's going to be... That's what next week is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Isn't she going to be like one of the spotlights potentially? Oh, this is Toadette Explorer. Okay, not Builder Toadette.
But I think the
it's gonna-
explorers and the builders are going to be featured
Yeah.
for both of them.
So
week
it's,
1 and week 2 pipe.
it's interesting that they would buff her this week.
It's an RT track though, so maybe this London, because supposedly all the tracks next week are supposed to be RT tracks.
Gotcha.
All 36.
Yeah.
So maybe this one will come back. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So here's my little golden nugget of info, just in
Okay.
case you're grinding here on the last day, and if you need some extra points. If you come over here. Where are we? Okay. So if you notice, over here, you got these tour exclusive actions.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that during the trick or treat, you get base points of 10
Okay.
for when a player runs into a jack-o'-lantern or one of the pumpkins.
Okay.
But if you have one of these 4 characters, so any of the Halloween characters,
What?
you get 30 extra points.
I didn't... Okay. I didn't even know tour exclusive actions was even a thing.
I know, right?
What is this?
So I didn't find out till this morning as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, till this morning. Okay.
Because someone on the ER was like,
Yeah.
they showed some screenshots of using a Halloween player and a non-Halloween player at the same point in the race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you get more points for having hit the jack-o'-lantern with
Interesting.
a Halloween person.
Okay, and this was for technically Halloween 2020. Mm-hmm. I was wondering why you were touching my back. He was
Yeah,
telling me-
sorry, you're out of focus.
Sorry.
She's been out of focus for the past, I don't know how long.
What's
so
up,
I'm like
guys?
trying to nudge her a little bit.
I'm like, that's cute. You're touching my back. Okay. Yeah, but it says Halloween 2020, but it still applies to 2021.
So it still applies to 2021, and then also Hollow Waluigi is included here too.
Hollow Luigi. That's fun.
So, point being is if you do have both Classic Luigi and Pumpkinhead Mario,
That's what I call him.
and they're at the same level. I mean, obviously, if you have, you
Of
know,
course, one way higher.
one at a higher level, then you
Yeah.
want to use them. But if they're at the same level and same base points,
Yep.
you'll get more points per jack-o'-lantern that you hit. And there's quite a few on this course.
There are.
You know, if you hit 10 or 20, then that's an extra couple hundred points
Yeah.
in the end, which may be the difference between third or fourth or first and second, you know?
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Well, that's a great little piece of nugget.
little piece of nugget.
What's the term? I'm out of practice, guys. I haven't spoken to many humans this week.
Yeah, that's okay. So, I think my saving grace on this was my Silver King at level 7 and triple uncapped.
Good investment.
And then I did bite the bullet and get this guy,
Yeah.
Magic Parasol, 3 times. Haven't uncapped him yet, but I'm hoping over the next couple tours, thinking every time that it shows up, I'm going to slap 2 tickets on it.
Okay. I'm debating if I should get it or not.
So that's another thing, is with the trailer, I'm super excited for this 8-bit mushroom that's going to be coming out next tour.
I hope it's a commemorative one. That'd be cool. Where you can grab it for like $4.
Yeah. Okay, so I had played these 2 courses, and was still a few thousand behind.
Okay.
And so let's come back over here now. Then yesterday, just on a whim, I felt like it was Frenzy O'Clock. Mm-hmm. This was right after my triple coin frenzy. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and play the DK Pass one and just see what happens there.
He looks funny on the sunset cloud.
Right? He looks like twice as big as the cart. Uh-huh. So starting off with the Horn Frenzy.
Yeah. Hey,
and getting some hits, which is okay. I guess I got one hit. But I can't... Oh, 2, 3? And then I got the pipe?
Yeah, he nailed the pipe.
I'd like to say that I did that on purpose, but, whatever. Got an email.
I was curious what you'd do if you'd take out the snowman or go for the coins.
Oh, so it depends if I have a frenzy there. If I have a frenzy, there's an extra item box that's on the hill.
Oh, is there?
And so you can try and get that item box and then hit the... Mm-hmm. So anyway, coin frenzy.
Yeah. At
the very end of the first lap. And
I do that all the time.
I don't know what happened there. I just had a brain fart.
You know what ticks me off right up here? I'm going to tell you what ticks me off when we get to it. I don't know how many times right over here there's these little ramps. This one right here. I'll be like going up this ramp and someone will knock me off of it.
And then you miss the item box.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Miss the top one and the bottom one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the heck, dude? That's not friendly.
So I use my item ticket here and get a double coin frenzy run.
2 coin frenzies and a horn frenzy.
And see there, I got the snowman for you. But I missed the item box because I got it too late. And then I dropped combo here because this, for some reason, that curve, it has my number.
I struggle with it too.
So anyway,
that's a funny shot.
I ended up getting like
the sunset clouds.
2,000 or 3,000 more points on this.
Hey, congrats! That was a good run.
Yeah, but I had played it honestly, probably like 50 times and couldn't get more than 41,000.
Yeah, and then it just clicked.
And then finally at Frenzy O'Clock. But look at that, 198 actions again. It was like 198 action.
That's awesome. And that one you were predicting 180?
I think 175 again.
Okay.
So what did I get? 43,678. So if we come back over here.
How are you guys doing in ranked? Is your ranked as screwed up as mine is, or is it pretty normal? Because I feel like there were weeks in a row where I was just like, Mario has figured this out. We are placed so well, and then this week, not so much.
So,
hey,
right up into first.
That's
by
awesome.
About 1,000 points.
That's awesome.
So,
think you'll hold on to it?
Yeah. So taking a look at the app now. Let's go back and take a look. Oh, that's not it. Yep, still sitting right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, everyone, the top 8 here, they're all within 5,000.
Crazy.
Which is crazy to me.
I mean, that's really good placement, but it's also really rough.
Well, see, here's the thing, is you could be on the other side of it, where, unless you're gonna invest 2 or 3 tickets, you could be at the bottom there.
That's
so
where I'm at. Yeah.
I know that and I was gonna pull it up, but I'm not prepared. So Alex Young, he's shared this week's ranked with me, and he's kind of like you, where I think he's in 7th or 8th, and there's just this span, there's just this big clump of everyone that's 5K ahead of him, and if he could get 6K, he would be able to jump all of them. Yeah. But if he gets 5,500, he's still in the same spot.
Yeah, right. It's a gamble.
And then same with Tim Torch.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Torch.
That's
what I call you, by the way.
He's actually doing real good. I think he's going to make his first top 1,000 ACR this week.
That's awesome.
So we're really excited for him. But this week's ranked for him. He's down in 6th, 7th, 8th, something like that.
I'm even in the process of hoarding tickets. My ticket, the amount of tickets I have right now is just obnoxious. But I have no interest in putting them on the characters that need them.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I'd rather be a hoarder.
Yeah.
Doesn't spark joy.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So,
Hey. Well, congrats. I'm excited for you to take first. I hope you hold on to it tonight.
Yeah.
Let us know how you guys are holding out in the comments. All that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And what are you grateful for?
So, I'm definitely grateful for a lot. The thing that made me happy is over the weekend, since I've been down and out for the count so much, we've been watching more sports than we normally would.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, we definitely watch a lot of sports. However, this is the first time that we've ever really watched any baseball.
Well, yeah. There's a good reason for it.
So, being in Atlanta right now, and the Atlanta Braves are in the World Series, we thought it would be fun to at least watch a few of the World Series games. And so I thought it was fun how few games we saw, but the games that we did see, we actually saw fans. Some really, really cool stuff. Yeah. So apparently it's only happened like 17 times in the history of the whole entire world where there were 2 back-to-back home runs.
In the World Series.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's only 3 times that it's occurred where the back-to-back runs took the lead.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they were like 1 down, and then the first home run tied the game, and then the next home run got them into the lead.
You know what I love about... Is datitians a term?
Datitians.
You know what I love about
They are now, this is now a term. The
datitians. The datitians of the world. Like, that doesn't sound like a word.
Data scientists?
Data scientists.
Or statisticians?
Statisticians. That's what I was going for.
For statistics.
You know what I love about statisticians? Is they can
the datitians. The data scientists.
They can legit make anything sound cool.
Right?
I love it. I love it. Like, if you know your numbers, you're like, you could be having the crappiest season in the world. This is what I'm learning through fantasy football.
But
you have the crappiest season in the world, but you are the best because this one statistic says you are.
Yeah.
This is the first time in all of the world that this person has ever gone 5 yards forward and 3 yards back and then 8 yards forward, and he has just set a world record. By the way, he sucks.
And then the other game, in the first inning, there was a grand slam, which I haven't witnessed very many grand slams like in real life very often.
It brought you joy.
I just thought that was kind of cool, like
for sure,
being a part of history.
From
under my blanket with hot cocoa,
playing Mario
and
Kart,
coughing up a lung. I was a part of history.
Congrats! I'm glad you got to experience it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy that you're starting to feel better.
I'm getting there.
I mean, you still have a ways to go, but there were days where you were literally just like...
Mm-hmm. It's bad news.
It's bad news, so I'm glad you're starting to feel better. You have a little bit of personality coming back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anywho.
All right.
That's what's up here.
Thanks, guys, for joining us. Sorry it's been such a long time. So, truth be told, on Friday we were on Cart Talk with StudFit and some new guests.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like at the beginning of my sickness. And so I wasn't like super bubbly and boisterous and talkative. I think I did okay.
You were not yourself.
There were new guests on there, though, that I wanted to make sure that they had time to be able to, voice their opinions and chat and stuff. And but anyway, I thought that by now it would have been up and it would have been old hat that I would have been sick. But now, if people see this episode and then see the next one, the StudFit one, the Cart Talk one, maybe they'll be like, oh, that's why Frenzy Fanboy kind of is in the background a little bit more than usual.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Oh, cool.
Well, but I am excited for not ending this video quite yet. I am excited for the new tour. Do a tour reaction.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
We'll have to do that tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I keep trying to wrap it up. What else are you happy about?
I'm happy that this video is about to end. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for subscribing and giving us thumbs up.
Yeah.
Helping other Mario Karters find our channel. We're always getting new people that comment and say, hey, just totally found you the other day.
Makes us happy.
Thanks for all your stuff that you put out. So we totally appreciate it when you guys subscribe and like and hit all the buttons and stuff. And especially when you comment. I love chatting about Mario Kart stuff. all day long. It just comes up on my phone. I'm at work. I'm like, oh, hey, let's chat about Mario Kart for a little second. Especially now that I'm sick. If you guys want to chat over...
If you guys want access to Frenzy Fanboy,
let's do it.
comment and he'll respond quickly.
All right. Okay. Now I'm good. Good luck in ranked.
I'm waiting for it.
Good luck with your pipe pulls. Until the next video, which will be a tour reaction video, which I'm super excited about. May the frenzies be forever in your favor.
See you guys later.